Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover change. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Mississippi State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. You can dial up home runs.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback.
Homeboy drive. Let's go.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to...
We just put back up side. Don't want to be sad.
Seem to have this defense on their feet.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a nice-looking run, man. And what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Fires to the middle. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily been a catch. Come on, man.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. And how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He'll pull it on the read.
Pop that little bitch asshole.
Behind the line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll try it over the left side. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Gibbs. Moving away from pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Dances away from the heat. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Now they'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down with a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Hurricanes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams great.
And the Canes are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
How about the defense on this play? The quarterback bootlegs to the right. And look at everybody do a great job. They don't get caught up in the run. They all chase sideline to sideline and really limit the damage on what could have been a really big play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dale, if I were...
He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Canes! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or there was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarter.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. And they're able to get him on the ground. Mississippi State right back to the line. Movement here from the tight end. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Sweet cut there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go to the ground. Hard running there. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He's going to pass. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Gibbs. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this
Yeah,
time.
let's
Great
go
job
inside.
securing the interception.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On second down, just keeps firing. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have...
He's got it on the left. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. That's the wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They'll put the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Gibbs. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
First down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Oh, what a move to get room. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought... after a 10-yard gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And then pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. It looks like a completely different team than last week.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game as a head.
Sends it downfield. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the route is on.
Russ Hook come in. Let's see what else got. So Russ will be in. It's Thursday.
More onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it back. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Line getting set on second down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. The give to the lone running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showed off all his skills.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground with the back.
Next up, 9. Coming up, 4th down.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah.
And And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where we can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Makes a move. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Myers on the move. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes...
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to...
Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to pass, it's Lawrence. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team is incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together.